The title race is heating up.
Arsenal lose in Europe.
Can Arsenal bounce back against Newcastle?
Chelsea versus Liverpool in the cup final.
And the race for top 4 is hotting up with Man United, Spurs and Villa.
This is the weekend preview show. Brilliant. Great to be back. I hope you liked our little intro there. It was really well rehearsed, as you can tell. It was good, man.
No, that's
Listen,
one take, man.
One take. That's what they call us. One take.
Big energy.
Listen, good to have you back. Great to be back round the table. Myself, AGT, we've got Matisse, Abbi, Laurie and Flex as well, reacting to some games this week, but also looking forward to the games ahead. But I think after we ask you about liking the video, commenting on the video and subscribing, there's only one place to start. And it's Match Bingo. Hey,
Woo!
This video is brought to you by Match Bingo. Every goal, save, throw-in, corner, substitution, X amount of injury time added can win you cash prizes. Abbi, have you heard about it?
I've heard we can win cash.
No, it's a lot of cash to be won. It's a very fun game where you're playing bingo, but for football games, okay? You buy a card for the events that may or may not happen in the football match. For example, hitting the crossbar, scoring away in Portugal in a European tie. Could be a right-footed goal. It's really on the day what we decide it will be. You can buy up to 5 cards per game. This week, we're allowing you a free card, a free chance to win some cash, Laurie, and that's Westham versus Brentford. One of the bingo things should be, will Nicky Hawkins do a tour around all the media outlets and slag off David Moyes?
How brilliant was that?
It's probably going to happen, isn't it?
Nicky Hawkins and Jeff Stelling. That was brilliant.
Head to head.
That's what we need.
That's
That's
heritage.
what we need
That
to
is.
see.
Heritage.
So that is the game that we're giving you free cards for, but you can buy more chances. The cards do cost a grand total, Flex, of £2. He knows it. No, I know,
mate.
he knows.
Hoping you'd let us know.
No, well, I know. I was just testing you out. But
Your face then.
you can buy more, up to 5 cards per game, actually. And for each card that you purchase, we donate half of that money to a charity, which is very unique, Laurie, when you talk about sponsors on channels like this. We've chosen the Stroke Association, but this week, £575 cash to be won on the Super Game this week too. All you have to do is find a game you'd like to watch in the game section, including championship games as well, by the way. We don't discriminate on here. Soon League One, hopefully. As you found a game, get yourself some cards to play along, and then as events happen in the game, your bingo card will get automatically stamped. You've got to get 1 horizontal line, 2, or in fact a full house, which I've been very close to on a number of times now.
You
Which
weren't
I'm
that
not bitter.
close.
Says that every show.
I mean, you weren't that close last week. The week before,
the week before I was, and the week
You weren't
before
that,
that, I was
you
very
weren't close last week.
That's how
nearly
you win.
man.
The nearly man.
The nearly
yeah,
man.
yeah. Win a Champions League, mate. Get a shot on target in the last 5 years. In fact. Watch the game live, however you'd like, and play along on your device. Get game updates in real time and win cash prizes. And as you know, you have to be. What was that? You beat West Ham last season. Players must be 18 or over. Please play responsibly and begambleaware.org. That's where you go to find out more information about being responsible when you're playing. Click the link in the description or scan the QR code on the screen to get involved. We make it super easy for everyone to jump on board. So please, if you can, do just that. Right.
Where to start? Where to
Can I just say,
begin?
in the comments, they are coming for Robbie. They said
Yeah.
Robbie said he holds his
Listen.
lip. So basically, they
don't hold
wanted
it.
Arsenal to lose,
Do
Robbie
the
to get
fan
do the thing,
The next
not finish
flight.
till like 2 a.m., get the very next flight or some private jet to bring him here by 12:30.
Yeah.
That's
But
what
listen,
to
if
take
it
the
was
licks.
one of us, Robbie would be saying
He
it.
would be
Sending the
saying that.
exact same
He
thing.
would be
Right, so
saying
Robbie's
that.
going to have to
Listen,
hold it,
as
man. He
his
sent his
bigger
brother.
I am my brother's keeper, and I'm here to
You got to take the licks
Family
instead,
name.
yeah?
Should have done a bit more defending last night, mate. But anyway, let's get into the Arsenal game last night in the Champions League round of 16. I mean, will Arsenal get through this round of 16, or will it be another bottle situation in that round of 16? Because Arsenal's last shot on target in a Champions League
stop
knockout
it,
stage,
stop
2017.
Stop
People, 7 years ago. Wow. Laurie,
Listen,
reaction, please.
My reaction, obviously very disappointing. I never saw that coming. Although I did say, if anyone saw the watch along,
You take
I
a
did
0-0.
yesterday with the guys, I said to them, listen, man, take Porto seriously.
Oh,
They're a
for
good
sure.
side. I was expecting a hard-fought game. I love him, but I thought Turkish was the epitome of a lot of Arsenal fans, overconfident to the
Julian.
extreme, talking about we'll get it done in the first leg. I'm like, bro,
comparisons.
these guys are a good team.
Julian.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
wild.
I mean, I can understand.
No,
that.
he did not.
You have to.
That's wild.
The art of war says you have to respect your opponent, and you know, I'm not saying that's what the players and the manager did, but I'm saying a lot of the fans were
If anything,
openly
I think if
scathing of Porto.
If anything, Arsenal showed too much respect. They didn't want to take a shot. They didn't want to like attack. They just wanted to keep possession and just play like this was a Premier League game. It was very strange.
You could argue that, but you know what? You've got to give some credit to Porto. I
Yeah.
thought that the manager, they got their tactics spot on, and we didn't. I think that they basically nullified Arsenal, didn't they? The way they set up, they were quite happy to let us have the ball. They set
They
up
missed
well.
some massive chances as well.
Who?
In the first half, when they hit the bar
There
and
was
then
a
the
double
rebound.
opportunity.
The double opportunity
That
was
was
wild.
how
Don't know
did
how
that
that
not
didn't
go
Thought
in?
it went in that shot.
The
I think
second one
most
just
of the
hit him.
stadium did as
but
well.
The first one was.
But Laurie, I mean, Arsenal in form, right? Let's not forget I think it was 21 goals in the last 3 or 4 games. Unbelievable. Is there...
Especially in the game against Liverpool, I thought we were outstanding.
Fantastic, yeah. Do you want me to read out that stat again? Yeah. The question that I have for you, though, is why did Arsenal play the way they did, considering the form guide? It doesn't lie, and they've been incredible, especially at the right end of the pitch. But last night, it just didn't click. Why didn't Arsenal play the way that they have been playing?
That's a very good question. Look, I'd like to say it was an aberration. I'd like to say it was just one of those days where nothing went right. And I'd also like to say that you've got to give Porto their respect because they got their tactics right. They're at home. The way they set up, like I said, their press was good as well. And I think they surprised Arsenal. And that goes to some of the criticisms I have of the players and the manager. Like, you have to understand it's Champions League football, so it's nuanced. It's different to a Premier League game. And I think our approach should have been modified. And we just didn't seem to get going at all.
I mean, I've heard some of the AFTV fan cams. I watched them from last night. Embarrassing was a word that I heard. Is that a bit of an overreaction, Matisse? Is it? It's not doom and gloom. It's only the first leg, right? There's still 90 minutes plus extra time to play.
Did you see my fan cam?
I did not.
It's not embarrassing.
You make sure you make that.
It's not embarrassing. We were looking for rants, I'm afraid.
Yeah. We didn't find
not
it.
reasoning, not logic. No, like it's not embarrassing. It's embarrassing you haven't learnt Portuguese. That's 2 years on the trot now. You go to Mandem's country, you don't learn Portuguese. You know what I mean? Sporting Lisbon. But in terms of Arsenal, no, it's a results-based business. You gotta win. You gotta win the second leg. It's all about results. I always say, and I said this when people say about Chelsea's wins in the Champions League. No one, or I don't care how the team plays round to round. Real Madrid had that season a couple years ago where they didn't play well. Most teams were just bottling leads against them. They were just clawing back with Benzema late winners and heritage and all that stuff. If you win the Champions League, no one's going to look back to the Porto defeat away from home, 1-0 boring game. It's just about results. You go to the second leg, now you have to blitz them. You have to respond. Arsenal are more than capable of beating Porto at home. They got the attackers to do it. They just need to play their brand of football. And I still have Arsenal to get to the semi-final. So
I'll tell you what I found particularly disappointing. I actually said so on the live stream that we did yesterday. So it was evident that things weren't going our way. It was one of those days where, I mean, how many times do you watch Arsenal and we don't even register a shot on target? So the game was going away from us. I'm thinking to myself, you know what, a couple of minutes ago, take the draw, man. Just, you know what I mean, don't make any silly mistakes and let's just get out of Dodge with the 0-0. I actually said that on the stream. Take the draw. I was shouting at the screen. We give away the ball, and then...
I mean, you almost got the draw. It was 30 seconds right up
That's
until
what I'm
the end.
saying. So what I found particularly disappointing is that we didn't play well. Things didn't go our way. But at the end of the day, there was light at the end of the tunnel. If you get out of there with a draw, although some deluded Arsenal fans would be saying, oh, you know, we should have slapped them 3-4, I would have taken that, given the fact that we didn't play well. So to lose in that manner was very disappointing.
Flex,
And it just topped off a really poor night.
Flex, I'm coming to you now with the Arsenal record in the Champions League since 2011. Round of 16 exit 2011, round of 16 exit 2012, 2013 round of 16 exit, 2014 round of 16 exit, 2015 round of 16 exit, 2016
Why don't
round
you
of
just round
16
up by saying
exit,
6 exits
and 2017 round of 16 exit. Will there be another round of 16 exit, do you reckon?
Is that actually true?
Well, yeah, because I haven't been in
UEFA website.
Let me get a look at this,
So
man.
what year is it from?
UEFA.com.
This
Since
is
2011.
back from
Since 2011, they
Yeah.
haven't got past the round of 16.
Correct.
That is a
But
shambolic.
but I
Slash haven't been
They've
in
been
it.
in
for
it for
I was gonna
7
say,
years.
I
That is a
haven't been in it for a
shambolic
For 7
record.
years.
Oh my
For 7.
days.
Yeah.
Your question
coming.
is it going to be another round of 16
Yes.
exit? Wow. I don't think it will.
I don't think it will either.
I don't think it will. I think.
I know, but I don't.
I do think
Terrible.
what we saw yesterday from Arsenal was some of the things that Arteta spoke about in the press conference before. He said, like 90% of this team has not even played this competition before. I've not managed in it before. But what we do have is, excitement, endeavour, and to actually win this tie. But we saw the first bit of it. We saw maybe some players who weren't used to competing at that level, a bit unsure of themselves, not being their usual free-flowing selves, and just being a bit tentative. And obviously, the atmosphere, like you're saying, it's different in the Champions League. It is a whole different ballgame.
Tactically nuanced.
Exactly. And Porto did do a number on them, but I think Arsenal still have all the weapons. They still have
I agree.
everything in their team to even be able to blitz Porto.
But
Steady on. You're starting to sound like Turkish.
When I say blitz, I don't mean. I'm not saying like
Those positive
mash them up
merchants.
4-0. I'm saying like
Come back
win
strong,
2-0, like score an early goal. Emirates is up. They're just coming, wave after wave, and But Porto are a handy team, definitely.
No.
They are good, but I do feel like we saw a little bit of that naivety or lack of experience from them players that Arteta was alluding to at the start. Which I think to come away having lost the game obviously is a bitter pill, but it's not beyond the. Arsenal can beat Porto 2-0
For sure.
easily.
But if they don't and they go out to Porto,
This is the next bit now.
embarrassing.
That's
If
the
they
question.
don't,
That's embarrassing.
if they don't,
What-
you will not hear the end of
what-
it.
and you know
what
what?
question have you got to answer?
Wasn't Diego Costa in the presser when they said Arsenal one of the favourites of the thing, and
Yeah.
he said they have to show us why they're one of the favourites. We know what their weak tactics.
No, but I would
And Arsenal fans were
And you know
rattled
what?
by that.
In that performance, he backed it up. This team backed it up.
Yeah.
And if they do ya, and you go out,
Imagine
I
they
mean,
go out.
That was the thing, because
Imagine.
the inquest will be if they go out, because they
Big
shouldn't.
inquest.
They should not go out. I don't care about the record in the round of 16.
After
this
the
Arsenal
cup
team
performances
now
domestically?
is ready to come on. They got nah.
But Laurie, the next question then is if
Please,
Arteta
Lord.
and Arsenal go out of the Champions League and don't win the league, is that time up for Arteta?
time up for who?
I just
Mikel
said
Arteta.
Arteta.
Nah.
No?
Well, I think
That's
it's
way
a
premature,
valid point though. Like let's be hypothetical and say that you did go out and you didn't win the league. Let's just say that.
Round of 16 exit.
You do
that
have
is
to you would have
No
to ask some
trophies.
questions.
And
Again.
early cup exits as well.
Listen,
I'm sorry,
it depends on
unacceptable.
the nature of
Unacceptable.
what happens. I mean, listen, at the start of the season, I've said on record that I thought City would win the title. And I thought that a lot of Arsenal fans would have predicted us to get a decent Champions League run, maybe get to the quarterfinals, semi-finals. No one really was out there saying, yeah, we're going to win it. So,
good chance
you
of
have
that.
to put things into context.
Nah,
Now, if the season completely falls away and, we're getting hammered then obviously that's a different story. But
Yeah,
I
but
don't
it's
think
not
that's
about
gonna
falling
happen.
away. It's about if let's say you did go out to Porto, let's say hypothetically you did go out to Porto, and again, let's say you finished second or third, which is feasible for this season as well. So if that happens again, I mean, aren't you trying to win the title
Of course. Well, are you guys
for the
gonna
second
win?
year running?
Win anything.
Everyone around
We ain't
this
trying to do
anything.
anything.
Just win.
We're just trying
Everyone
to
around this table is
exist.
trying to win it, but guess what?
No, but we have none of
the big problem is,
apart from you, us have not been in a title race for the last 2 seasons. So I'm just asking you for again, if this happens hypothetically, you don't go through in the Champions League, you get knocked out, and you don't win the Premier League this year, then
There'll be
surely
questions.
you spent a lot
Listen,
of
there's
money.
always
the
be
manager
questions, but-
market this summer.
And you
looks
spent
kind of
a lot of
tempting.
money.
Some nice names
I
on
just
that-
think there
on
has
that,
to be a
you
few
know?
questions asked if that
Maybe
does
devil in the
happen.
market, little taste.
Listen,
I think
let's
I
keep
think
it
it's a valid
100.
point.
Time out
I
market.
think this is
is it?
valid.
Let's keep it real, right? So, winning the title with Man City in it is a bit like when Usain Bolt was winning the Olympics. When you know what I mean?
We did
You
it.
finish
They did it.
runners up. You're thinking, well, hey, I'm the best of the rest. It's a bit like that.
Ooh, is that really what you
So
want? Don't you just
interesting
want to be the
that
best?
that's the
Of
outlook
course you
of
do,
it
but
now.
I'm saying you have to
you get
contextualise
such,
things.
All I can remember when we finished second was we didn't win anything. It wasn't like
No, but that's
good
because
on
you've
you.
never won anything.
But it was. It's not the same argument. It's just.
I would beg to
You
differ.
still didn't win anything. No one gets a pat on the back or a trophy. Remember when you used to get trophies for top four, right? So that's our thing. Like it's a big thing if we get top four. But you don't get a trophy for finishing second. You don't get an
You're
accolade
right.
for
And here's my issue with Arsenal. With the league, not winning the league is not a crime, okay? However, where I do have disappointments is
All the
some of our
cups.
cup runs.
All of them.
Especially domestic.
Every single one of
Every
them.
single one you've been in.
Not some of them. Not one of them.
All of them.
No,
All of
Arteta won an FA Cup. He did win an FA Cup.
Yeah, but we're talking about this season, and we're talking about last
that
season.
didn't
And
count,
we're
so it was
talking about
COVID,
this
bro.
squad
Remember?
and this young group of players, not Emery's team. And this is why I always talk about Emery's team, and people are like, oh, why don't you listen? Arteta gets credit for winning with Emery's team, but he doesn't want Emery's team. He wants Arteta's team.
Yeah.
He's now built
Since he's
Arteta's
been there.
team.
Yeah.
And this is the new young team that have got to prove that they can also pick up trophies. And I'm not talking about Premier League. I'm not talking about Champions League. I'm talking about pick up a trophy.
Just get
'Cause
the
if
ball
my
rolling.
team wins something on Sunday.
Wait, what are you saying? What, you've had a better season than them?
No, because Turkish likes to ask me Pochettino or Arteta.
Yeah.
Conte, the audacity. Conte, the multiple title winning in multiple countries manager.
Yeah.
Versus Arteta. This is like comparing Leon Bailey with Ribery. Because Leon Bailey's in more form than Ribery
Yeah,
right
yeah,
now.
yeah,
Ribery
yeah,
don't
yeah.
play no more,
Really
bro.
bad.
Yeah.
This is what I'm dealing with, bro, on a weekly basis. So if Arteta does not bring home something, the inquest must begin. Because there's managers out there with talent
As
on the
I
market.
said,
I'd agree.
you've got to, you've
I'd
got
agree.
to put everything into
I
context.
did. I just did.
Is he not
did.
slowly
All
cooking? Is he not
competitions.
put everything into a slow cooker? He's just, did this need more
Leaving
time
the
to
FA
mature?
Cup,
You know, this
bigger-
Arsenal team's
leave
growing
it-
in
that-
confidence.
Losing
There
at home
has
to
to
Liverpool in
there
the
has
FA
to-
Cup.
there
Even the
come
FA
a
Cup,
point.
the Carabao Cup, bigger fish to fry.
Smoking
You have to
Liverpool
fry
in the
that
league.
fish.
I do think there
no?
has to come a point where you trusted the process. You have to start seeing the process working. And
But
I'm
they-
not just saying this to dig you out. I'm
You
just
got-
saying
you got
this
a friend.
from,
They
went out to Liverpool
from an
and
Arsenal
City.
perspective. Yeah, but
Like,
these are the
the first round of the FA Cup for Arsenal last year was it not Man
You're
City?
making
Away?
excuses, Flair.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I want. No.
it's a tough draw.
I'm
It's a
just
tough draw.
saying.
It's a tough draw, but at the same
just saying.
time, if this is Arsenal who are challenging 4 titles for the second year running, then these are the type of teams they have to beat. He has spent
I mean,
a lot of money,
They have in the league.
Arteta.
They have in the league.
Everyone
Yeah, but
slow down.
this
Everyone's-
is
listen.
if we're talking about a hypothetical question. If they, again, it's hypothetical, but if you were to not win the league, if you were to not get past Porto, then you've had as good of a
If we
season
don't
as
get
anyone
past
else.
Porto, that is a massive disappointment.
Arsenal-
I agree with you. But hold on, let me
Arsenal's
say
beaten
this.
City
Let me
and
say
Liverpool
this.
this season in the Premier.
Since Arteta's been in charge, what's he had 4 seasons, 2 8th places, a 5th and a 2nd. So the trajectory's upwards. I would argue quite reasonably that last year we performed above expectations.
Yeah,
Definitely.
no one expects
The,
you to.
the problem
That's
with
true.
that is, though, is that
Raises
coming
the
into
level.
this season, that expectation is now raised.
And you're
to
competing, though,
to the
for the
point where
Yeah.
people are saying, well, you've got to win something this year. And as I said, the disappointment for me is if we don't win a cup competition, we're already at the domestic cups, then it will look to all intents and purposes that that is failure if we don't win the
But
league.
is-
But
Go on.
you have to apply context. Man City are one of the best teams ever in the Premier League. So if you're finishing runners up to City, then I can't say
Yeah, that
is
in
a poor
isolation is not a
performance.
sackable
But
offence.
what-
No,
what-
that's
of
what I'm
course it's
saying.
not.
But what if Liverpool win the league?
Again, you have to look at the context of how that is
But
achieved.
if it was
If
anyone
we
else,
fall
we
away
wouldn't be looking at
completely and-
context. If
sorry?
it was United that were coming second, let's say if it was United that came second, we wouldn't be looking at context. You'd be saying,
Yeah, but
why
that's
have you
not
not
gonna
beat
happen,
City?
is it?
Well, no, of course not. But if United were in the same position that Arsenal were in, and they'd been through this process, which they will go through again,
What their fans would start saying like.
I don't
what
think
is it?
anyone else would be saying, well, you have to look at the context of it.
Well,
I
Mecca.
guess what I'm saying is this conversation. I know
With the money that's been, you spend a lot of money. All I'm saying is that you spent a lot of money.
But just bring
I
it
still
into
think you'll beat
perspective.
I still think you'll beat Porto anyway. But the question
Yeah.
is just there.
You have to do it. Meshash
question is
says, Laurie said the same thing last season. Cap. Anyway, let's jump into the super chats before we speak about the
You're
other
very
games.
famous for digging out comments that are adverse and then saying, "Oh,
Well,
Yeah, the ones that
Very
are in
good,
silly
yeah.
leagues.
wait
them
till you
ones.
see
that
these
suit
ones.
your narrative." You're well
Shout
known
out
for
to
that.
Stein,
Good
who
work.
says, sack Arteta, get in Mourinho for the second leg.
That's not.
No.
Clara Bitsy, here she is. Good morning,
Morning,
Clara. How are we?
Morning, Carl.
Actually,
Bit
afternoon.
of tennis this morning. Abby, next time when a gunner mocks you, 16 years without a trophy, remind them that they have almost 15 years without a Champions League knockout
Thank you,
tie
Clara.
win.
Shut your
Thank
back.
you.
Shut
That
your
was-
back today.
Shut your
Thank
back.
you.
Has she
Yeah.
finished the super chat?
And your
Yeah,
Champions
yeah.
League wins are.
Don't have any.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So Elliot says Robbie said smash and grab, shameless for 0 shots on target. Abdul Wahab says Arsenal fans are cringe and needed to be humbled. This guy says we played punnies and the ref was whipped. Eli says Prem last season, Olympiacos, Sporting, Porto, Spurs get called bottlers for losing a 1-0 lead and drawing 1-0. Arsenal getting away with war crimes.
I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna sit here and defend that our record in Europe is pretend that our record in Europe
Yeah,
is
it's
good.
rubbish.
It's non-existent.
It's
basically.
poor. It's poor. That has to be said. So
Arsenal don't have European pedigree. They've got nothing.
No, absolutely.
I think we
nothing.
won like 2 European trophies: the Fairs Cup in 1970 and the Cup Winners' Cup in 1994.
Yeah.
That is poor.
And then
so
obviously
listen,
got to the final. And
if you're
what?
expecting me to
Spurs
sit
have
here
got-
and cap for that, I
Spurs
won't.
have got UEFA Cup, don't they?
Spurs have got the Audi Cup. That's what
I
they've
think
got.
1971 you won the UEFA Cup, no? Facts are facts. Sheldon Jones says, new stadium or revamped Old Trafford?
New stadium.
Ooh,
New
he's put it
Trafford.
on there.
New Trafford.
No, it's still got to be called Old
Trafford, the
Trafford.
big red dog.
Why not just revamp what you got
Yeah.
right now? Why?
It's what it will cost for where
Fix
it
the
is.
roof.
With
Knock
the,
it
with,
down, start again.
With the train track there, it's too difficult. So what they're saying is they would potentially want to reduce it. The women's and the academy can play in a reduced, smaller Old Trafford and build the big juggernaut.
Okay,
behind,
fair.
right behind it, same site.
Has that got holes in the roof, that one? Or
It's going to be tip top, mate.
Tip
It's
top.
going to be the best. It's going to be the best stadium in Europe, mate. That's
Okay.
what it's going to be.
Red Square says, that wasn't as good as goal as people are saying. That went bottom corner, just like Pickford. Raya is very good at
It's a bit of
saving balls
deflection.
close to him. The moment it's a bit away from him,
Facts.
he struggles. He's too small.
I don't
Not
know.
a lot
what,
of people will talk about this.
I don't know why.
Should
How
he
can you
have
get
saved
lobbed and the
it,
ball
Laurie?
goes in the bottom
We
corner?
had that. We had a conversation prior to going on air, myself and Flex, and I did say, and I said it last night, that I looked at that and I thought to myself, maybe he could have done a bit better with that. I'm not blaming him for the defeat,
Yeah.
but I am saying, looking at that in isolation, to me, I think he dived a little bit early. And the reason why I say that is because if you look at it again, you can see like the trailing arm go up, and that is an indication to me that he may have dived too early. That being said,
I'd agree.
I want to repeat for the naysayers out there, I'm not blaming that defeat on Raya.
Okay. We've asked you in the chat, will Arsenal go through to the quarterfinals? It's super tight. Yes, 49%. No, 51%. We'll get through these and then jump back into the Prem games. AGT, why are you no to Ange? Honestly, I think he's good, says DI_Ricky13. Why am I no to Ange? Because there's a lot better names out there, in my opinion, that we could get. Bala, a guy with a gang, says, clip it. London clubs winning nothing this season. Bello says, Abby, would you rather see Arsenal win the league or the Champions League? And for Laurie, spelt literally just like the
Like a
vehicle.
lorry.
If Arteta don't win any cups,
That's
we
nasty.
should
Why
be
is that so
spoken
There
about
you go
that.
again. Why have you got a?
How are you going to spell a man's name like
Why
that?
have you got
I
a?
was actually going to say we've already spoke about that. It says, and for Laurie, if Arteta
No, but
doesn't
why have you
win,
got a?
He's just reading the
emphasise that you
chat.
spelt my name wrong.
because that's not how you spell your name.
I know. Why did you say
L-A-
that?
Why did you have to
That's not my
read
name.
this?
Anyway, go on. Sorry.
You're rattled
What do
today,
you
you
want?
are.
What do you want to know?
So, Abby, would you rather see Arsenal win the league or the Champions League? Let's say you had to pick.
A die.
No,
rather
but
die.
gun to
I'd
your
just
head,
rather die.
league or
Shoot
Champions
me.
That's
League.
right, you've never seen
Bang,
Arsenal
she's
win
dead.
anything in your whole year.
Right, what was the
Dead.
question for me?
And
Well, if I
Laurie,
had to
if
pick
Arteta
one,
doesn't
I'd
win
rather-
anything
I'd
this
just rather
season,
die.
should he be sacked? But we've already spoken
That's
about
magic.
it.
Don't say that.
Oh, Laurie spelt correctly this time from Eli. Everyone said we must beat City in the cup, but Arsenal fans can get away with, City and Peppers here. Woe is us, and we can only expect second. Sick emoji. It's Kaz says, this
That's a
thing...
bit cryptic, though.
Is it Arcaz?
No,
Oh.
Kaz with a Z. Shout out Karen. This thing, MA, won FA with Emery team. Didn't Tuchel win CL with Lampard's team?
Yeah, we did.
Brilliant. SN 1990. The last time Arsenal reached the Champions League quarter-final, they drubbed Porto 5-0 at the Emirates after losing the first leg. Remember those
that's
Fabianski howlers?
That's facts.
M. Sati, I came across this channel through United View. Big up to Flex.
Big up.
I have to thank you guys for the weekly smiles and special thanks to Robbie, despite being a rival. Shout out to you, my
Big
friend.
up.
Big up
Special
for,
thanks.
for watching.
Love Need
D.
that more
Ricky's back. Laurie, excuses. We trolled Spurs for coming third in a two-horse race. No, let's not be hypocrites. We don't win. We're losers.
How have
Simple.
I made excuses?
And that's an
Thank
Arsenal
you.
fan.
But how have I
you.
made excuses? I've not made any excuses. I've said
Sounded
on the
a
record.
few.
No.
Sounded like a couple.
I don't think those people got the point. They asked me the Tuchel thing. Arsenal.
He's still stuck on that. He's
Sorry.
like, no, rewind, go back to that.
Let me just run that back. Arteta ripped up a winning team
Yeah.
and made his own team and hasn't won with it. Tuchel found a team that hadn't won under Lampard, lost a final to Arteta, made it win, and then kept that team and won a couple more trophies afterwards.
Hey, listen, is what it is.
You understand?
understand?
You understand?
You understand?
You understand?
You understand?
You get me?
You understand?
What else did you win?
Club World Cup, Super Cup.
Oh, yeah, because, yeah.
He should never have been sacked.
So, Abby, you agree United had a better season than Arsenal last year since we got third and a trophy, and they only got second?
Well,
Says
apparently-
Steve.
well, yeah,
Shout out
if
Steve.
it's all about trophies, then you did.
Shout out to Nag.
Red Square, we need to stop this narrative
true.
that Premier League referees are worse than those in Europe. That was atrocious for a Champions League game. It's not the first time. D. Sinclair.
On that, a lot of people have been speaking about the referee post-game. I did think the referee wasn't the best. However, I'm not going to put that down to our defeat.
Okay.
Because I thought the referee
you
got
can't blame the
decisions
ref.
on both sides. wrong, so.
D. Sinclair, Spurs have 2 UEFA Cups and a Cup Winners' Cup.
Loving
Also,
the Spurs.
the first
The Spurs
British
back
club
in
to
today.
win a European trophy and first club to win the UEFA Cup in
Say it louder.
1971.
I
Say
thought the
it
first
louder.
club
No,
It was actually
us.
Celtic, actually. So let's
In the
and the
about
Lisbon
that.
Lions, Celtic. So it wasn't Spurs, actually.
How
People
many
are
of us
so
around this table have
disrespectful.
ever been to a Champions League final?
Oh, you were trying to call me out there, were you?
No, I wasn't. I
Were you
just
trying to
asked-
call me
What
out?
was the score?
You were trying to call me out.
Oh,
I
no.
just asked about have
Oh,
they been to a
just-
Champions League
Well, Nathan says, I'm an Arsenal
you-
fan, but
Yeah.
Matisse never
You were trying
fails to make
You
me
were trying to call
laugh.
me out.
Big
Forgot.
up
Were you
to
saying in
Matisse.
person or just in general?
But Spurs have
Everyone's
been
been
to
No, I know. He was trying to dig at me.
Oh, right.
Everyone's been
This next
But he
super
missed.
It's
chat.
got the same record as you.
Yeah.
One final, it's been
One final, one lost.
No, I was just curious.
Yeah, you can't try and run
Wait,
game with that.
what was you cooking?
Yeah,
I want to know.
he's realised that he's got actually.
What was you cooking?
Who else has lost? Oh, okay. Just Rudy says that this is the best show to wake and bake to. Hilarious. All right, get your jobs done first, and then enjoy yourself.
Bit early.
Anyway,
Should we
there
move
have
on?
been some Premier League fixtures this week. It was, of course, Manchester City winning against Brentford on
Ooh.
Tuesday night. It was an Erling Haaland goal after 71 minutes. 17 Premier League goals this season. But I think there was a real frustration up until that goal that maybe City couldn't break down Brentford a little bit earlier. Listen, it's 3 points, it's a clean sheet, so they're not going to care. But Laurie, I mean, did you watch the game?
I did.
Yeah. What did you make of both teams, really? Because Brentford put a really good shift in. Maybe their league position doesn't truly reflect their actual on-pitch performances.
Yeah, I think there's some truth to that. I did watch the game, and Brentford did make it difficult for City, but you did get the impression that sooner or later the goal was going to
Yeah.
come. And when it did, Haaland excelled. I mean, the
No,
defender
he fell
slipped.
over, to be fair.
The defender slipped,
He
but
slipped, yeah.
even if he'd
It
have
wasn't a
stood up-
Brentford one. The Brentford one, he moved him out the way.
Yeah.
Move, brother.
Yeah, and I think he done it last year against Brighton to Lewis Dunk. I think one of them. I think the Brighton defender, but that one, the defender slipped.
But it was a very good finish. And I'm
Yeah.
keeping a little interest in Brentford because I'm eyeing up a possible future
For Ivan
striker.
Toney.
Mo-
Yeah, so
No,
and
no.
I do rate Tony. I've been having this
I
argument.
rate him big time.
I've been
as well,
having
man.
this argument with a lot of Arsenal fans recently about this sort of Ivan Toney versus Osimhen debate, and I'm very
It's a
firmly on
non-starter.
the Ivan Toney side.
Yeah, it's a non-starter.
Wow,
Osimhen-
non-starter.
Osimhen-
non-starter.
That wasn't
No,
the conversation
Osimhen-
not too long ago. when he
Osimhen's
was-
never
can have a
scored more than
conversation.
14
It
goals.
definitely
in the league.
was
He's good.
not.
Though. He's
He's
good.
very good, but 110 mil. I know where my money's
For
going.
Tony-
It's
for Tony.
going to Brentford.
With
mate.
Tony, he's Premier League
A lot younger
tested
than
and
Tony,
proven. Okay,
It's a
he's
safer
older.
move.
But you know what? You know what's interesting when you have this debate with Arsenal fans about Tony versus Osimhen. Immediately, people say, "Yeah, but Osimhen's younger, he's quicker," and I'm saying that doesn't necessarily translate to what you want as a Premier League striker. But for me, Tony.
Yeah, me too.
All day.
All day
Right,
long.
let's look ahead now to Chelsea versus Liverpool in the Carabao Cup final. Of course, Liverpool did play last night. Very, very impressive win, I have to say, after a shaky start against Luton.
Yeah.
Poor first half, but the second half, incredible. From
He's
Van Dijk,
pathetic.
Gakpo, Diaz, Elliott. We had 4 academy
Thought Harvey
graduates
Elliott
on in the
looked
last
good.
2
Practice
minutes.
how
He
you
was
do it.
excellent last night. So Chelsea-Liverpool. I'll be at the game. Really looking forward to it. I'm hosting Box Park Wembley on Sunday for all the Liverpool fans. So it's going to be Sunday, hopefully, touch wood for me.
I hope so. I
A
hope
lot
so,
of injuries
honey.
to contend with. Obviously, we know that you could make a decent starting 11 out of all the injuries.
Your
that we've
squad,
got.
your squad looked light last night.
It
But were
did.
you holding some back, like just to rest them for
Yeah,
Sunday?
I
The squad
think
was-
Darwin and
Salah-
Mo
Salah was
are
on
in
the
the
squad.
squad on Sunday. I'll be
Yeah.
honest, but to
I
get
hope
through
so.
without them, I mean,
So
still top
Salah
of
and
the
Nunes will
league.
be back.
Played against Luton, mate.
No, but listen, they were excellent in the first
You're
half. I don't know if you saw
disrespectful.
the
At
game.
home.
No, it's a
Luton
game
wasn't
that you should be
They
winning,
should be
obviously.
winning,
That's what I mean.
It's
He's
a game
like,
you should be
oh, we
winning.
did it without Salah and things.
Yeah, but I still think
And
you've got to respect
Alisson
Luton.
and Trent and
Still got to respect
Soboslai.
Luton.
They
Just
had
beat them.
9,
It's so
10
rude.
injuries right now.
So rude.
I know. So Matisse.
Have you had 9-10 injuries before?
I mean, more.
I think we've had
14,
that too.
mate.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We've
yeah.
had loads.
Where are you in the table? Cool. So Matisse, where are you in the
Don't moan
table?
about it.
Cool.
Yeah,
so we're
don't
top.
moan about it. Exactly.
So we deal
So
with
you're
our.
So why are you moaning
deal with
then?
it.
Why
So
are you
why
moaning?
bring it
So why are
up?
you moaning then?
Oh,
Why are
I'm
you bringing it
asking
up?
you.
Why are you bringing it up?
It sounds like you're trying to get it in
You're still
early because
favourites.
you're about playing the Carabao
You're still
Cup. Mate.
It is a fact. We have a
trying
lot of
to-
injuries, but it doesn't matter because we keep winning.
Are you
So
trying
I'm
to create?
asking
Are you
you.
trying to create an underdog narrative going into
Absolutely
Wembley?
not.
No, you're favourites, right?
Absolutely not.
Strong favourites.
I wouldn't say
It's
You guys are the
getting
best
his
team in
excuses.
the league.
I wouldn't say strong.
It's called getting his
favourites.
You're not strong
Excuses.
favourites to beat Chelsea at
Anything
Wembley.
can happen in the
You're
final.
not strong.
You're not strong. It's not strong. Hold on a second.
We can do this all day.
Hold on.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Are you strong favourites to beat Chelsea at the weekend?
I wouldn't say strong favourites. No.
Why
Would you
not?
say?
Why not? Why
Is
not?
that
Why
because
not?
of the injuries?
I know what you're trying to do. You're
I'm
trying
asking
to
a
draw
question.
clip,
Why do you not
Monday,
know?
laugh.
I'm just saying, why do you not
I get it,
think?
it's
I'm
cool.
asking you a question. I just want to answer. Why
Because-
do you not think you're strong favourites?
Because clearly, after what I just said in terms of the injuries, I think if we had all of those players back potentially, I mean, I could say that, but I'm not going to say it.
He could
we did
say
beat
it.
Chelsea.
You know what?
4-1 a
For
couple
once,
weeks
I'm
ago.
kind
them
of
up.
agreeing with Alex on that.
Yeah, I could
That
say
they're not
that,
strong
but I'm not
favourites.
going to say it.
Because
I think they would normally be stronger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
But
the
that's
injuries
even the
does-
playing
Best
field a bit.
goalkeeper in the
Even-
world, not going to be
Kelleher
playing.
could just
He's,
do a
he's
madness.
still out, Alison.
Well, he has been the hero
Cup keeper.
against Chelsea.
So he would have been
actually,
playing
so-
anyway.
Is he still out?
Yes, he'll be out till mid-March.
normal
That's a
keeper.
moot point.
But anyway,
Thiago's always
Chelsea
injured.
side.
I want to hear about that.
Chelsea side. Right?
I actually think that
you're
Chelsea are
giving
coming
it some
into
chest.
this.
I'm not giving it
I
no
think they're
chest.
coming into
Let's
it
hear
very
it, man.
informed.
I'm not giving
What do you
it
say
no
after the
chest.
final?
I'm scarred, traumatized. You know what I mean? PTSD. You know what I mean? We're coming back to Wembley again against you guys as well. I'm just praying on a miracle. That's what I'm doing.
What do you think you need a miracle to beat Chelsea? To beat Liverpool?
Well, no, we shouldn't need a miracle. But this team, this club, every time they go to Wembley recently, is
6 in a row, isn't it?
you know what I mean? It's a long day. We'll be competitive, but when the finer margins come into play, gunmen up front for them versus our guys, which are very hit and miss, literally. These are the final margins of a cup final. So I'm not going in confident. I'm going in optimistic. I'm hoping.
Do you think
It
it'll be an
depends on
open game?
Pochettino's in-game management, his team selection. There's so many variables that come into this. Going up against a legendary manager like Jurgen Klopp, it's tough. You know what I mean? It's not gonna be easy.
You don't
So-
think your manager's a legend?
No, he's not a legend.
Okay.
Do you think it'll be an open game?
God no. What?
Just asking.
What kind of question is that?
Of course he doesn't think he's a legend.
I've got a question.
Legend for who?
You're so disrespectful.
What
You
type
don't
of
even
game
think
do you
he's a
think it will
legend.
be?
He is.
He
Will it be
was
an open game?
before he went to Chelsea.
For
He was
who?
before.
Which what? Huh?
He
What are
meant,
you talking
he
about?
meant a lot to me before he went to Chelsea. Not
Okay,
anymore.
for your legend.
He was my legend.
Will it be an open game, Matisse?
Oof, I don't want it to be. I think we need to go in with the same strategy we went in against Man City. Big pitch, Wembley. We know that Liverpool like this rock and roll back and forth. If you give them space, Nunes does play, they're going to be able to get in behind our defence. The game at Anfield, honestly, was too open. So much space in the
Ridiculous.
middle, it wasn't compact. The way we played against City was united, it was compact, it was defensive. That's
Everyone
what
was
we've got to do.
doubling up on the wingers.
Yeah,
That was
doubling
really
up,
good, yeah.
and then hit them on the break. Do you know what I mean? They're going to play a high line. We've got pace. We know Konate and Van Dijk and these guys in a high line, they can handle it, but still pose the threat regardless. That's the approach. If we do anything other than that and get smoked, then it's just foolishness.
What's your injury sitch?
I lose count every. I don't.
Is
Keep,
it
we don't bang on about injuries. We
No,
just
I'm actually
we just normalize them now. We don't know who's going to be available. Press conference will come. Someone got a knock. Someone's not here. Someone's ill. Always changes.
Yeah, but who's expected to be there?
We don't know. It just depends. Badia Shield's
just
not
depends.
here. Thiago Silva, Cucurella, Reece James, Fofana still out. Goalkeeper Sanchez still missing. Meant to be first
That
choice.
other geezer's better, isn't it?
Petrovic been
Well,
mad.
at the moment, yeah,
Petri
but
dish.
pennies from MLS. You know what I mean? Kani Chukwuemeka, Ogachuku, Lavia,
Nkunku? What's going on?
and Cuckoo maybe on the bench. Still getting back to. We'll see what happens. We don't.
I think you're.
We don't
I-
want to make
do you know-
excuses.
Do you know the
these
thing?
Injuries. We don't
I
wanna
think
talk about
Matisse is far more confident.
No, I'm
than
not.
he's
Doesn't wanna
letting on.
No, I'm not.
I've just got this feeling.
Well, you think he's being smart?
Yeah, I think he's being proper
I'm
smart
playing
ass
the
about
dog
it.
then.
Because he
Yeah,
Right
you won't
to.
go.
What would I be confident? We've
I
got a
just-
serial bottler in charge. What would I be confident about?
Fair point. But
That's
it's
what-
not.
what
That's
everybody says.
not the point.
Can I just say,
everybody
guys, it
says.
feels like you two have both been on the fence. We don't like
Definitely,
it. We want
both
some
been
action.
on the
That's what everybody
fence.
says, no?
Can you
Consider-
just?
You're
AGT,
usually so
you-
mouthy, come
on, bro.
on.
Darwin and
I'm
all that.
quite-
Moses.
I'm
I know you're like,
quietly
nah,
confident.
bunch of.
There's
I
no
know
way-
the real you,
listen,
bro.
Bro,
Listen,
it's a
I
final.
know the real
Wembley.
you,
It's
bro.
not how
Flex.
you're going on like it should just be played on paper and Liverpool walk away with the trophy.
Getting his false humility.
Flex.
thing,
This is a serial
quietly
winner.
confident.
Won every competition in this country, right? did what he did with Germany, right? Serial winner versus a bottler, and you're asking questions. Come on, man. We know. We know what's gonna happen, bro.
I said it to you both before. I don't know if you were here, but I definitely said it to you. I have this awful feeling that they are going to win on Sunday.
That would be brilliant. That's exactly what I want.
It's just so
brilliant.
That's
written.
Fake humility, yeah?
Do I want Chelsea?
Right,
it's just,
absolutely
it's just
want Chelsea.
so written.
I want Klopp to go out on a whimper with no trophies.
Well, let me ask Abby this question.
I want them to win, and then I want Poch to win because then Matisse and Chelsea fans can just say, Poch weren't that bad. Look, he got a trophy for us first time of Arsenal. Did nothing at Spurs.
Well, that's the question I've got for Abby. So as a Spurs fan,
that's what I want him to be able to say.
As a Spurs fan that loves Poch, how would you feel seeing him win?
Oh, I'll be fuming. I'll be absolutely.
That's what I want to see.
I'll be fuming. I'm in here doing the game with Rob and Doyle and Mayo on Sunday.
That's so funny.
It's going to be a great.
Just seeing Poch do that.
I'll be long gone. I'll be absolutely long gone before that happens. But yeah, no, it's literally the most Spursy thing that can happen. It's proper written in the script, this whole story. So I'm like very convinced it's going to happen. I'd be shocked if it didn't. Even to the point I'm probably going to bet on it happening, actually. I might as well make some money off of it. Might do match bingo.
So you think they're going to win?
Obviously.
Might do match bingo with
Gamble
it.
away.
Yeah, I think they are going to win. It's not because I want them to. I believe that Liverpool would have enough, but I feel like the script, and I've seen this story so many times, if it can fuck Spurs along the way, it will, and it's just written. They'll finish probably 12th.
For the
They'll probably finish 12th and get a trophy, and then he'll probably get sacked. But they'll say they still want a trophy.
In our club than yours.
We're leaving with something.
Matisse, if Poch wins this cup,
yeah,
does that prove to you that he's the right manager for Chelsea?
Don't lie.
No, not yet. No, not yet.
No?
We respect the competition. We want to win it, but it's not the holy grail, and it's not the level to say that you've made it here and you've proved yourself. It's a step in the right direction. However, the league campaign is not going to be just flogged off as some meaningless 38 games of do whatever you want frenzy.
Free pass.
It's not a free pass.
Yeah.
So it's a step in the right direction. It takes a lot of pressure off him in the short term because there is pressure on him still to win games. I think more than Poch, what it does for the players that will be here after him, because they're all on 8-year contracts. It's massive for them, and huge for the ownership because they need to also show that they are proper Chelsea. You know what I mean? We win trophies. It's what we do. So they need this.
What does proper Chelsea mean in 2024?
Proper Chelsea, well, in 2024, I don't know what it means.
Okay.
What it means to me is win at all costs. Don't need to play grand, spanking, beautiful football at all times. Have some sort of mentality.
Have you ever done that?
No, not really. Ancelotti's season, actually, when we won the league, we played some incredible football that year. You know, mentality, resilience. Sometimes you do have to have a shit house, but it's about winning. Do you know what I mean? That's what it is.
I was going to say about this thing about if Poch wins the Carabao Cup, like it shows the right direction, etc. And I'm just using my own experiences of like where we were in February when we won the Carabao Cup and we actually finished third. Like if Poch wins the Carabao Cup but finishes 10th,
he should be leaving. He should be leaving.
Yeah, but it's a real reality that
he should be walking out the door.
Because what I'm saying, Matisse, is like, and I'm not even doing it. Have you got the league table?
But that's probably what will happen.
There's a bit of a gap opening up between like Villa, United, and Spurs are like in the top 4 thing right
10th.
now.
Yeah.
So they're 10th now. Yeah. So they're gonna have to topple like Brighton,
Westham, Newcastle, Brighton.
Get past West Ham, but to get past Newcastle, to get past Brighton, to get past
Not
United,
easy, mate.
You're gonna finish like around 8th or 7th maybe.
The only thing,
and he might win a Carabao Cup, but that's crap. Like we got third. Yeah. So got Champions League football and got a Carabao Cup.
And you're still questioning your manager a year later.
Exactly.
So
no
that's
style
how I have to
play
think
or
about
do you see what I'm saying?
The only thing that could save him from a fan perspective, I'm not talking about board because they'll do something left. If you win a cup double, you win the FA Cup on top of the Carabao, then okay, cool, we can say, do you know what? You went to both cup competitions with no Europe and you picked up a cup double. Certain man be doing parades for that, right? I don't know if we'll do a parade for that, but certain man do parades for that.
Can't do that if you finish eighth,
it would be shameless, but I would still be at the parade. I can't lie. I'll be there. We'll be there.
Okay.
So
you're shameless.
If it was a cup double in 10th, I would love for Arsenal to not win anything.
So you
we are having a parade.
And say that you do the
he's
same.
just a certain man, but he is certain man.
He's shameless as well. Yeah. Because that's what we did. But he's also said if we did that, I'd go. So.
Some fans are doing parades for the Audi Cup. So.
What are you taking shots at me for?
It's late, rubbish.
It's just unnecessary.
That's not very nice.
It's late.
That's just unnecessary.
Right,
really.
quick predictions round the table. Don't forget, we're going to have a more in-depth preview for this game on the COP TV and also Matisse's channel. We'll be filming those after this. So let's go around the table. Let's start on this side. How do you see this one finishing? Who wins the
Liverpool
cup?
1, Chelsea 2. Raheem Sterling, yard man.
Don't do it.
I just want you lot to just. I want him to just.
Shameless,
I
man.
really want it to be him as well because
Don't
you're
get me
always
gassed.
cussing. When he scored against City, I was so happy. I was so happy
Don't
to
get
see
me
you
gassed.
celebrating his goal. Yeah, bottom corner.
Brother,
So
he makes free. Bruv.
Don't disrespect him before the final. Leave him alone. Raheem Sterling's going to score and Chelsea are going to win 2-1.
I had to like this some 18-year-old.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
I must say, I've got
Ganacho.
no real horse in the race. I'm actually looking forward to the game, but you know what? I'd like to see Chelsea win, if only just to see your face on Monday morning.
Oh, Monday will be so. Oh, it will be.
And you're
oh,
probably going to do that. fake
You'll be
humility.
better. He'll be
so triggered.
Please.
He'll be so triggered. Clara Bitsy be in
Quadruple off the
chat.
card.
But you know what
No
he'll
more
do?
quadruple talk.
He will-
Free left.
I'm the only one being
I'll tell
a bit
you what
humble
about
right
Alex,
now,
right?
but
He
come
will
on.
resort to
said you'd
that
win.
fake humility routine he did when we slapped them 3-1. And he offered to shake my hand and say, "Yeah, you were a better team." And I saw right through it.
Okay.
But I will see. But if you're asking me in terms of who the favourites will be, obviously Liverpool. But if Chelsea can win, then hey, I'll take that.
I still back you 100%.
Say it without crying. Say Chelsea win.
Listen, you've got to think about it. You've got also my life in your hands. So
Wow.
I'm going to go Liverpool win. Just.
Matisse?
You know, if
Come on, Matisse.
you know her by her predictions were relegated.
Yeah.
No, actually, to be fair, my predictions for your league position are still on course. I said 9th. They're still on course.
Yeah, but I'm talking about your predictions on this show. For Arsenal and Chelsea, you have us both to be relegated.
Yeah, 'cause you always say.
Wow.
Do you know what I'm saying? Arsenal be in the championship the way she's been predicted.
Come on, Matisse. Give you a prediction. Come on.
Like I said, it's gonna be tough, but I am gonna back my team because it's a one-off. And you know, if you're not beating a team in a one-off final, I don't know. If Portsmouth and Wigan can do it, so can we. So I'm gonna go over
Wow.
2-1 win.
Shout out to my guy Apples Oranges in the chat. These 4 clowns keep dreaming all season long to go and get AGT, and it's not happening still. His words, not mine. All right,
I
I'm going
reckon
for.
I want you to
I'm
win.
going for a Liverpool win. I've obviously got to back the boys. As I said, I'll be at the game. Really looking forward to the build-up from Box Park, and if we win, you know, it's potentially
You'll
one
be
of
all
4.
humble, won't you?
It's potentially 1 of 4, so it'll be a good game. I think even for the neutral, I'd be buzzing to
Are you
watch
nervous?
this game if I wasn't. Of course you are.
I'm nervous.
You go into any final,
I'm
you're
nervous,
nervous.
not even
Of
my
course
team.
you are.
I'm nervous. as well.
And,
Don't want Klopp to get
and,
anything.
and whatever happens, I'll see you all on Monday.
I would say though about the Carabao
That's what
Cup,
it
a
is.
lot of fans who are not involved in the final kind of look down on it, but it's a good day out for the
It
fans.
is,
I think it'll be a good game,
Big game.
and that's why I was asking.
All
if you
this
think it'll be an
respect for the
open-
Carabao Cup
All of a
round the table.
sudden.
Now, what's happened? Where was this time 12 months ago? Where was it?
It's probably because you.
Well, no. Where, no.
Not from
Hold
me.
on.
I've always
no,
respected-
not from
Where
me.
was it?
Where
Where
was
was
it?
it?
Always respected.
Where was it?
Where was it then?
Well,
Where was it?
what about last year? Well, none of you said this then. I'm being deadly serious. Don't laugh.
I always
none of you said
respect-
this.
I didn't,
Always
because I won it the year before. So
I've
you
always
can't say
always
that
said
about me.
I've always
Always
said
the
this.
Carabao.
I always
It's not
respect-
true.
It was Robbie.
No, you're in it.
It was
I
Robbie
always
that said
respected
bigger
it.
fish to fry.
Yeah,
That's
not
that's
me.
where
Yeah.
Always said
What
I
did you
was
say
Robbie.
about it?
I
Robbie's
always
the
said
one.
I'd like to win a
Robbie's the
Carabao.
one.
the one
I'd like to
disrespect.
win any bloody
That's
trophy.
true. She can't disrespect.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
after I
disrespect
run
no
it, and I was a
trophy.
bit like, yeah, we're going in. Listen,
I
I
gave
know
credit
it's
to-
been in reverse since.
I
I'm
gave
just
credit
saying.
to Ten Hag.
Yeah, I've never said
I
anything
gave
about the
lots of
Carabao
credit.
Cup. I
Go
really
check my
respect
TikToks
it.
from back then.
Yeah, and I've argued with Robbie saying that you should respect the domestic trophies more.
Yeah, Robbie's
Run
the
it back.
And I
Run
agree
it
with that
back.
sentiment.
Yep.
I think
Oh,
You must take it out with Robbie Lau.
There's a lot
Take
of
out with
Carabao
Robbie.
Cup loving, and
Take out
all
with
I'm
Robbie.
saying is I never felt it last year.
Take it up with Robbie.
Maybe it was because my team won it then. Is that why?
Probably.
Can you just-
Robbie.
Probably.
So you all just blamed it on Robbie?
Yes.
I didn't get any love from any of you.
It's-
I
Robbie.
gave credit.
None of you came to me and said, Fletch, you know what? Your manager's really going in the right direction. Well done.
I said that. I said
Robbie is the puppet master.
All right, let's move on because there's a lot of other games to talk about this
Yes.
weekend, including the 3 o'clock kickoff at Selhurst Park with the new manager. Is there going to be a bounce between Crystal Palace and Burnley?
that is. Sorry.
Well, it's a must-win.
That's
It's
dead
an
game.
absolute must-win.
Crystal Palace will win.
Burnley.
Sorry, I thought I heard Brentford.
Crystal
Yes,
Palace
but they
win.
done all right against Everton. Like, considering they had no manager.
They did.
Like,
I
do
thought
you know what
Wharton
and the
was,
manager stuff.
was
He's
impressive.
all right. He's
as well.
handy, yeah.
20 years old.
Great goal by Ayew as well.
Wow, what a strike.
They found a way to compete. And I just think, new manager bounce, fresh start
Yeah.
without Roy.
Score prediction?
I'm going to go Burnley are awful as well.
Well, they did beat Luton away. Oh, no, that was Sheffield
No, that's
United.
Sheffield
so,
United.
yeah, my bad.
I'm going to go Crystal Palace 2, Burnley 0.
2-0, Laurie?
Yeah, listen, Burnley are toast. They're down. There's a few people coming out in the woodwork now, Burnley fans, and asking for the manager to be replaced.
Too late.
Bit
and
too
it is
late now.
Too late.
yeah. But listen, Crystal Palace, definitely.
I'll go Palace 3-0.
Wow. Who's going to score the goals?
Are you?
Mateta hat-trick.
Burnley have conceded something like 55 goals.
Yeah, I
this
know,
season.
it's a joke.
So,
It's
that's not out of the
I
woodwork.
think Sheffield United have around the same as well.
Crystal Palace at home, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Selhurst Park.
I'm with you on that.
But they have got that new manager. So, Matisse, what's the score going to be on Saturday?
Of course, yeah. New manager bounce. I'll go 2-0 Palace.
2-0. This one's a good one. A Midlands derby, Aston Villa Forest. These two guys hate each other, these fan bases.
It's a big game for both.
It is a big game. 3 o'clock kickoff again at Villa Park. Villa, they obviously need to win to carry on to kind of stay within that top 4 race. Obviously, you'll be hoping for a Forest win. But are we giving Forest a chance here away at Villa Park? Let's get score predictions in.
Defo.
I think the fact that Villa bounced back against Fulham, good performance. Ollie Watkins banging the money at home.
Yeah, but Alanga.
My son. Yes.
Hudson-Odoi.
I know. They will cause them. They will cause them trouble. They will cause them trouble on the break.
On the counter with
High
that
line.
space.
They'll score. Awani and them. I think they'll score, but I think Villa will win 3-1.
I'm going 3-1 Villa as well.
I'm going to go 3-2 Villa.
Laurie?
You know what? I'm going to go for a draw. I think that both teams got a lot to play for.
Hope that, please.
Both teams have
Tempted.
threats.
They do.
And Villa are not in the best of form at the moment, and Forest need it bad. So, I'm
Actually, I'm going to go.
I'm
Can I go
matching
2-2?
that.
I'm going to
Yeah,
change
I'm
mine.
going to match that as well.
Yeah.
I hope it is.
We need
I think
it.
Villa get it done.
And if you look at the table,
We
Villa are
need it.
currently in 4th. If they win, 52 points. They go only 3 points behind Arsenal, who of course play Saturday night against Newcastle. Man United, Fulham. You at the game? You going
About
up?
the game? Yeah.
3 o'clock kickoff, Old Trafford. Worried at all about maybe the potential threat of Fulham? They have thrown up a few big results this season.
Yeah, but they've only won 1 game away from home this season. There's no Paulinho, he's suspended. Fulham a bit up and down. They can give you a game on their day, but at Old Trafford, I expect us to be beaten.
They're a bit like Wolves, aren't they? You
Yeah,
just
on their
never
day.
know what you're going to get.
But I'd say Wolves. I'd say Wolves.
Wolves are a
Yeah, I
better
think
team.
Wolves give you a bit more. But
consistent.
listen,
Put some respect on Gareth.
they've got players who can hurt you. If you give Willian too much space and
They
time,
beat you. Fulham.
Yeah, they do.
at the Cottage.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm
I'd
saying.
say
They don't.
Wolves
So
are-
they
I'm
don't
putting
travel. They don't
respect.
travel well. That's what I'm saying. They don't travel well. And I'm expecting us.
So
Rasmus Højlund in
confident
form.
of.
Confident 2-0 Man
Could you get
United.
a clean sheet as well? You reckon?
I'm
Yeah.
gonna say 2-0
Laurie?
Man United.
Scrappy.
Yeah.
2-0 win. You know what United are doing these days, isn't it? They're getting the
Just get it
job
done. That'll be
scoring
5 wins in
goals.
5. It's just important that we win. Obviously, Luke Shaw's out now for the rest of the season, pretty much. So probably like.
I saw you
Lindelof
tweet
left back.
yesterday.
Dallo can go and play over there, isn't it?
Yeah, but then we don't even have another right back.
Should you have got
Got
rid
no
of
one.
Regulon?
100% shouldn't have. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I don't know why we sent him back. That was a
Bit of
loan
an
for the whole
oversight, that.
season. I know people say to save money is what the Glazers do, etc., but it's such a stupid decision. Malassia's been out of a long-term injury. We all know about Luke Shaw with the lack of staying fit, and now we've left ourselves with nobody. And Wan-Bissaka's 2 to 3 weeks away, so we're in trouble. Lindelof's going to play.
And you have no Martinez, who maybe could have.
No Martinez.
I'll go 3-1 United here.
I'll go 2-1.
I'll go 2-0 United.
2-0. Brighton Everton. 3 o'clock kickoff at the Amex. Everton smashed them there last season, didn't they? 5-1 to stay up.
That was
in
definitely
that kind
like
of.
a-
That was like they were.
That was a massive anomaly.
That's
that
not
was.
going to happen.
I
Of
don't-
course it
yeah.
isn't. But if you look at the
Everton
table,
were
Brighton in 7th. They need to kind of keep that pressure on Manchester United. They could go to 41 points if they beat them. But are we starting? I mean, I'm not. But is the general Premier League consensus? Is it that people are actually starting to worry about Everton being in deep trouble? Because listen, it's one.
Who's worried?
Well, I said I'm not.
I'm not.
But it's one defeat
want
in
them to
5.
stay.
There
I'm
has
not
been
really
4
asked.
draws, which is a little bit of stability, but at the same time, 20 points level with Luton. And I feel like if they lose this one, at Goodison Park you do, and obviously when they're playing away as well, if you lose, that toxicity can creep into on the
I think
pitch
the
as well.
fans are behind them. Especially with
I do.
they've got the
But if
points
they
stopped
keep,
and
you need
that's
to
given
win a
them a
game
little
though.
bit of that
You need to
sort
win
of-
though, and they might even have more points docked as well.
thought they might get it reduced.
To do 2 point stocks in one season is
it's
wild.
Mental. Apparently, they might get the points back
Oh,
from the first
and then
one.
dock them
Dock them again.
No
yeah.
way, but dock them less.
Yeah.
Might be in a better position then.
No,
Hello.
but then they've got this. They might give them back, and then I think there was something to do with the next docking.
Albert Docks and
So
that.
like give them some points back, then
Then
on
dock
the
them
second
again.
thing, dock them again.
Too much.
so
I
they-
can't,
What's
I
the
can't
point?
see them
That's
beating
just-
Brighton.
yeah, just what's the
But
point of
Brighton
that?
at home, right?
Yeah, man, I
Yeah,
agree with you. I don't think they
Brighton-
can. Score prediction?
2-1 Brighton.
I got 3-1
By
Brighton.
2
Same.
goals, 2-0, 3-1.
2-0.
Yeah, but I think Brighton will beat them.
We're matching. We're both saying 3.
4-2 Brighton.
Oh,
Wow. Okay,
Yeah.
the goals.
Yeah,
Good game.
we're going 3-1.
3-1.
both
Yeah.
of us.
The 5:30 kickoff: Bournemouth versus Manchester City. I mean, massive for Arsenal in terms of them playing at 8. This game will be finished by them. You'd have to react to whatever that result is. Listen, it's a tough place to go, Bournemouth. I know people, maybe laugh it off,
not
but
that
Dominic
tough.
Solanke is. Oh, here we go. Here
It's
we
not
go.
that tough. We did all right.
You tough, right?
Wow.
Score
So-
prediction for that one. I mean, Dominic Solanke on fire, can always pop up with a goal, but as we know, City back in the rhythm, even though the performances haven't been kind of A-class, but are you still expecting a
Bournemouth give 'em a
routine
game.
away win?
Yeah, Bournemouth give him a game, but I think City will get it done.
Yeah.
Might even be 2-1 actually.
Yeah.
2-1.
I'd love to see him
2-1,
play
yeah.
like a team that's not like a Kanji in midfield, Alvarez in the 8.
Yeah.
I just want a normal City team now.
Yeah.
Everybody, I just enough
not-
of the
yeah.
banter now, enough of the jokes. Like
do the-
the title race is getting important now.
Like,
If you
just
could
start killing
everyone
them.
in their natural position.
I hope
man.
they
Just
lose.
like beating teams like 4-0.
Yeah,
I hope they
let's-
lose.
let's
I hope
get-
Bournemouth
let's-
turn them
let's-
over.
Let's be serious.
No, obviously.
But I don't think they will. I'm going to say City 2-1.
No wins in 5 for Bournemouth.
I think it's going to be
See, so
another
they're not
game with
mauling.
maybe not mauling, but at least 2 clear goals.
Yeah, I think maybe
I go 3-0 City.
3-1 City.
3-1.
3-0 as well.
Let us know what you think that score is going to be in the chat as well. Moving on to the late night Saturday game. Are you a fan of
Big
8
game.
o'clock kickoff on a Saturday night?
No.
I know local pubs are.
When you got to go to, it's awful. It's the worst.
Well, not if it's local though.
No,
I
still
don't know,
long.
mate,
it's
just
local.
Still
it's
long.
ridiculous.
The worst is 8:15. That's
The extra 15 minutes for no
the
reason.
Amazon Prime one. That's the
I think the Friday
outrageous,
nights
that
are the
one.
worst. When
You've
you've got to
a
leave
Friday one
work.
coming up, don't you?
Yeah, Fridays are awful. You've got to leave work early.
All eyes
it's
on us.
Traffic. it's
Yes,
long.
absolutely.
Eyes on
Who
us.
you got again? Newcastle home, innit?
Yeah. Listen, we
Matty
owe them one.
Rennan's coming down.
Cool, Matty.
Yeah.
Who?
Matty
Matty,
Rennan.
I'm having a beer with him on Saturday
Away.
before I send him off to the Emirates.
Drown his
We haven't
sorrows.
got many videos from him recently.
No, he's been
Like,
awful
we're
quiet,
getting a
Matty
lot
Renton.
at the start of the
He was
season.
telling me there's only one United.
Why
United,
West Ham, mate.
why is Matty not part of the show anymore? Intros and
Dunno.
I think he's
it
been
was
going on a lot of
mouthy.
holidays recently.
Okay, I want to know where
I
he
You
think
is.
he's
never
in Faro,
know. He,
actually.
he could send us something Monday morning,
I miss him.
potentially.
Whoa,
Yeah, okay.
Don't call it too soon.
Fingers
eh?
Well, we know what your
crossed.
prediction's going to be, don't we?
Oh, I'm coming in hot. Coming in hot.
Score
Listen, I
predictions
think
for that one.
with
man.
that game,
Tight game,
we
that.
obviously need to bounce back after what happened in the European game, and I think we will. We owe Newcastle one as well. We lost to them earlier in the season, quite controversially, and I think that all things being considered, we win fairly comfortably on Saturday. That's not to disrespect Newcastle, but they've got a lot of injuries. We're playing very
Also
well
injuries.
in the league.
Oh, so now it's okay. No, that's fine. That's all right.
No,
What did he
But
say?
Wilson and Isaac are both out. I think you're looking at potentially a Gordon up front through the
Gordon's a
middle.
good player.
Is Isak
He
still
is.
definitely out? 100%.
I saw Matty's Instagram earlier. Wilson's definitely out
Yeah,
for
Wilson
sure,
is.
but
Wilson's
Isaac, maybe
Isak.
it comes too soon for him.
Isak.
Okay,
But anyway,
all right.
but yeah, I'm confident that we can get it done again by 2 clear goals.
2 clear goals. I'm going for a draw.
Same.
I'm
Why?
going 2-2.
Because Newcastle will park it.
I like it. I like that a
If
lot.
they park it like they did last
I like
You know
couple
what
years
you
ago.
want,
Low block.
but what was your rationale for saying that they'd come to the Emerson Gauge?
I
Something
think-
that you couldn't do, by the way.
Well, we did
I love this.
we
man.
did a
Laurie's got a lot
I
of
love
chest.
this.
He's got so
I love
much
this.
chest
Man,
today.
Arsenal
We
fans
love
are-
it.
You know what? You've
We
got
love
me
it.
now, yeah? Because
We love it.
I'm coming.
This is what we
Let's
want.
go, GT. Let's go.
This is real title
Arsenal, all
talk.
I hear
Give
from
it back.
Arsenal fans
Give
is
it.
how the FA Cup is their trophy. You seem to significantly
because we won it the most
forget.
times.
Yeah, but we just dumped you out on your home ground. Dumped you.
No, but
Dump.
it's facts
Half
that
the
we've
team
won it
were
the most
academy
times.
graduates. You sausage. Hold it.
You're
right.
the sausage,
So
mate. We already dumped on you 3-1. So come on.
I love it.
But anyway, to
Okay.
get back to this
And
game,
neither of them will win the
seriously,
league.
No, Arsenal
true.
must.
What makes you
That
think
is
that
true.
Newcastle can do what you guys couldn't do? And that's a serious question.
I just think they take advantage of the kind
Advantage
of.
of what?
Oh, let me.
Oh,
It's
okay.
all right. Do you know what I mean? He wants questions, but when it's time to
Liverpool-
answer, he
Liverpool
wants to
just had
jump
enough
over
there.
you.
Fighting talk.
I think they.
Love it.
I think they take advantage of the maybe weakness that you showed in midweek, and maybe capitalise on that. Again, Arsenal could easily blow them away 3 or 4-0 with all their injuries. You're right, but
Bro, look
that's
at
just
how
my
in the
opinion.
Premier League recently.
That's just my opinion. It's just my opinion.
That was the
I
opinion,
tell
mate.
you
You
what,
can't tell him he can't say
Arsenal
that.
fans are awfully
You've had some
cocky
shocking
lately.
opinions on this show.
Are they?
so
Awfully
listen, it is
cocky.
what it
Are
is.
they?
Yeah, they're awfully cocky.
Well, what have been saying?
What's that? What's
you
that?
especially are very cocky.
He's a very
today.
cocky fan, though.
You're
That's
very
just how
cocky.
it-
I'm
how it
speaking
goes.
from a position of strength, am I not?
Well, it's coming
5
across as
weeks in
cocky.
the Premier League on the bounce.
You're going to have to hold
Still
it.
third, though.
You're going to have to hold it if it comes back to bite
but
you.
on current form, listen.
What are we saying?
Before
Laurie
the-
shouldn't believe that Arsenal
No,
could beat
you can,
Newcastle?
but there's a cockiness about it. The way you're talking about Liverpool, come on. They had one off day. One.
They've lost one late league game, I swear.
Literally, which was questionable.
Wasn't even a real loss.
It's questionable.
You've lost double the amount of
Let's
games.
get this straight. Let's just get this straight. Liverpool
Remember
are
that one?
borderline unbeaten in the league,
Yeah.
but for cheating,
Yeah.
and
Facts.
they're in all competitions with injuries.
What about you? What are you up
But
to?
you
got a
guys,
lot of
you guys are
chest.
out of both domestic cups,
Maybe
lost the
that-
first round of
maybe not the
16.
Champions
And Liverpool
League.
above them.
and they're still above you now.
And we're still above you, yeah? So hold that, you sausage.
no.
What? My guy, Matisse.
No, but the question is, right? No, seriously, I'm saying,
That's just my opinion.
why?
You can't tell me I'm wrong. It's just my opinion.
What do you mean I can't see you wrong?
You can't tell me my opinion's wrong. You said, why do you think Newcastle can come and do what Liverpool can't? And now I gave
Yeah,
you
I
it.
said, why are you so confident that Newcastle
told
can
you.
come to the Emirates and do what you
I
guys
told
can do?
you why I think it.
What, just because we got beat by Porto?
I
in
think
the league?
there's a potential that they could take advantage of that kind of frailty in midweek. That's just my opinion, though.
Okay.
I can see you looking at me with them beady eyes. Like, that's just my opinion.
Is that opinion shared across this table?
Yeah.
What's the opinion? What am I
The
reading
Newcastle,
away
That
then?
the Newcastle
could
come
sit
and
in
do
and get a
something.
draw.
Yeah, definitely.
Listen, I'll give my
They
prediction
beat
when it's
you
my
last
turn.
season.
innit?
They
You know
could.
what I'm
They've
saying?
already beat you this season.
They have.
So
It was a-
Well, I'm for the Arsenal win. I
Where
want
the
Arsenal
logic
to
then?
win.
You're not even going to fall out.
Where the
with
logic-
I want Arsenal to win this game. They
Keep
need
that
to keep
energy,
up.
yeah? Keep that same
Arsenal,
energy.
Arsenal need to keep up. Talk about keep up the energy. Arsenal just need to keep up the points to keep in the title race and bring the title back to North London. That's what.
No, but what I'm saying, is it remiss
That's
of
what
me
you
to
need
be
to do.
confident
That's
against
all you. That's all you need to.
Sick
The
of
same
it.
way you
You
done
get
the
that
shameless.
in your-
The same way
yeah.
last year you twerked for City all year.
Believe me,
City fan,
I'm gonna
all
be
that.
twerking for
Yeah.
Liverpool,
So
twerking for
what
City.
do you mean
I'm
last
gonna
year?
just
She's not
work in
Stopped
for
it
it.
ever since. Yeah, you've not
Same
stopped.
with you. Same
You've
with you.
not
Stop
stopped.
it.
Not as much as you.
I've got rivals. So
You're having
no.
meetings.
I
You're
want
having
Arsenal to win.
emergency.
I've not had any meetings.
Not yet. I haven't been in it.
I've not had any meetings.
You've been having emergency
Mid-table
meetings.
Not this year.
Don't
Only about my
lie.
club. I've not had
Mad.
any meetings about Arsenal.
You
this
said
year.
it's soon coming.
No,
You said it on Monday. Clara, clip it.
We'll see. Maybe.
I need Arsenal
So
to win
score
in that game.
predictions.
Arsenal will beat Newcastle. They'll mash them up. 3-1.
3-1.
Draw.
Like I said, I'm confident
2-0.
we can beat them by a couple of goals. I think we're in a good space in the Premier League. Okay, the game you're saying notwithstanding, but Newcastle not in the best form and they've got several injuries, so I'll definitely make us favourites.
I'm gonna go with a 3-1 Arsenal win. I like to.
So after all that,
I like to piss them off
Yeah,
and then
but
give
you
them
know-
their
but-
prediction.
yeah.
Little bit of back and forth.
Yeah, but
dancing.
you know what will probably happen.
Yeah.
So after all
Abbi
that,
doesn't
you
do that.
agree with me. innit?
Abbi will stick to the mad.
listen.
I am a menace.
You better get 3 points, man.
We're
I'm
taking
going
a circuitous
Alex.
You
route,
must.
I'm going same
but
as
you're all
Alex,
agreeing with what I said.
You should beat them. You should beat
We
them.
should, yeah.
You should beat them.
Draw.
Apparently, I'm the DR Sports Cat Williams, according to Eden in the chat here. Lyle
You're more
can't
like
accept the
D-
fact
you're
that
more
people
like the
have
DJ
opinions.
Vlad. You're the DJ.
You're more like the
Vlad.
DJ Tim Westwood.
You're the DJ
Right,
Vlad.
anyway.
Never mind the Cat
Let's
Williams.
move on because there's still more games to talk about. Wolves, Sheffield United Sunday,
Wolves,
and then
Wolves.
West Ham, Brentford on Monday night. I'm sure Nicky
I've got a
Hawkins is going to
lovely
have a lot to say
weekend
about that. But Sunday, Wolves, Sheffield United, quickly score predictions.
3-0.
3-0 Wolves.
3-0
3-0
Wolves,
Neto gonna rip them up.
Comfortable.
Yeah, they're going to mash up.
Shout out to Gary.
O'Neill.
Yeah.
He's doing
Yeah.
a good job.
Great job.
Yeah, great job.
Very good manager.
Fantastic.
Whereas,
I think
Sheffield
Rob Edwards
United,
doing a
they're-
fantastic job as well, if I'm honest.
And as for the,
Rob
them,
Edwards.
Sheffield
Yes,
United,
I
I've got
agree.
to say very quickly, that tackle by Mason.
Oh,
Mount,
my word.
Followed by the defence by the
Of
captain.
the tackle,
Ridiculous. Yeah, saying
That was-
to me on the pitch, he didn't
Yeah,
look like
and
a
then
thing.
Wilder, he got himself. That club's a mess.
Man said
man.
5
Get them
years
out of
ago.
there.
5 years ago, you'd have got away with that. No, you would.
Yeah,
You wouldn't have got away with that 30
get
years
Sheffield
ago.
United out of there,
No.
yeah? Because they're
I
just.
can't
bad
remember
for
a
the
time
brand.
where studs could go in on knees.
Mad.
Do we agree on that?
Even Graham
Yeah.
Souness
Oh,
didn't get away with that.
Do we agree on
Cleaning them,
that?
man. Absolutely.
Sheffield United bad for the brand. Go on, toast. Get
Bad for the brand.
out. No, they're bad for the. Get out.
The whole Premier League brand.
Get out.
Yo, bring someone else in.
That's
man.
worse than Ty, that one. Bad for the brand.
For the brand.
Oh, but they
that is
are,
a
man.
proper time.
When I
thing,
saw that last week, I was thought, look, get out, man. Seriously.
Get out of here, man.
But I will
Get
say
out
this
of
though,
here.
which I know you lot will agree, the racist abuse that Mason Holgate then got because of that.
Of course.
Well, obviously
Outrageous.
done a bad tackle, but then people.
But
are getting
apparently a lot of that
disgusted
was from his own fans.
Well, whoever it was.
Well, maybe
that
you're
just
right.
shows.
Maybe
Well,
you're
yeah,
right.
exactly.
I mean, if
More
that is
so.
true, then
That's what I heard.
No,
I
if
don't
that's
know.
from his own fan, administration, please. Not just
Yeah.
kicked out of league, administration.
Yep. West Ham Brentford Monday night. I'm going for. I'm sorry, Nicky, mate. I'm really sorry, man.
No, I'm with
Going
you.
for a Brentford
Tony.
win.
West Ham are in a
Do you
bad.
think?
Yeah,
do you
I
reckon
think
they
it's
put
gonna
their
get
like
bad.
down
2-1
tools? They want to get
Brentford. I think
sacked.
it's-
I think it's going to
but-
turn now. I think it's.
Do you think
yeah.
the players want that?
I don't know. I don't. They might not want it, but I just think under this regime, I don't think Moyes can get. I don't think he can sort of turn the ignition and get it going again.
Because
I
they
think it's-
have to win
they
that
have
game.
to win that.
They have to win that game. Just purely because of,
I don't think
the
he gets sacked.
the
I think
Moyes
he's.
out chance.
I don't think he gets sacked straight away
they're
after
still
it, but
doesn't
I think
Still
he
in
stays
Europe,
to the end of
aren't
the
they?
season.
Still
They
Europa
are.
League.
They are.
They've got big away days coming, man. Cheer up.
I just don't think
They
they're
could
going
have
to be
an
on a
away
good
day
run
in
in the league
Dublin.
at the moment.
Right,
I don't
that's
think
what
he gets
I'm
sacked
saying.
because of it, but the
Yeah.
bad
Got
league
big
spirals
Super
gonna,
toxic.
Yeah.
Big
after
away
that,
days
they
coming.
lose.
You know what I mean?
I'm going 2-1 Brentford.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
I
going to do the
don't
same.
even want that to happen, but it might.
Sounds
Because
like you do,
even a
it's-
draw, even if they
No,
draw,
I
the
want
fans are
West
going to
Ham
be
to
vexed.
win. You're
I'd
right.
like West Ham to
Anything
win
but
that
winning.
game.
I'm going to give
I've
West
got a
Ham
soft
a win.
spot for them.
I'm going to say 2-1 West Ham.
I'm going to say this. I know it sounds slightly Machiavellian, but a Brentford win will kind of go down well because we'll get to see those West Ham meltdowns, which are famous. And if
Nicky Monday morning.
he interviews at you,
Yeah.
what's that
Abel.
guy's name?
Abel.
Yeah,
Oh
the
man,
kid.
that guy's
He's quality.
sensational.
He's amazing.
quality.
He's
Who's that?
sensational. So
Abel, the
West Ham.
little kid that goes, that was Tim Pot,
Oh,
Nicky,
yeah.
mate. No, I love him.
So, if only for that fan cam, Brentford, do your team. Plus Ivan Toney, another couple of goals will,
All right. Just before we get back into the super chats and finish them off, we're hearing this week that potentially Thomas Tuchel is going to be losing his job. Well, he will be. Bless you.
Thank you.
He will be losing his job for sure. It's
Yeah.
been admitted by him and the club now at the end of the season.
Yeah.
A lot of talk about Xabi Alonso, what this means for Liverpool, what this means for Bayern Munich as well. In my personal opinion, I think Xabi Alonso's list of priorities right now in terms of managing, one, it's Leverkusen.
Yeah.
Because you're 8 points clear at the top of the Bundesliga.
So
Why would you
Focus on that.
go there after what you've just done this season? I think his second priority is Liverpool. And then if Liverpool had Klopp, then I could understand maybe the links to Munich. But for me personally, I think he comes to Liverpool. I think it's almost nailed on.
yeah, I think you're probably right, to be honest.
Almost nailed on. I won't
yeah,
say
I
fully.
think,
So was Jude Bellingham, though. Stranger things have
No,
happened.
that was not
no,
nailed on.
I
my
don't
friend.
think that was.
That was never nailed on.
Once real.
Work with me, Laurie. Come on.
I would have. I was going to.
I'd love
You've been
to.
battling
You're
him all show.
actually shameless,
You've been
you
battling
know.
him all show. I give
No,
you.
but
I give you a bonus.
You know what? I may surprise you, but I'm gonna say. And I spoke about the brand when I was going on about Sheffield United, but I'd love to see Alonso in the Premier League. I
think
want to see
do you not think
the
it's too
best
soon?
managers
Yeah,
and
do you
players.
Do you not think it might be
in the
too
league.
Not
soon?
if he
though?
wins Bundesliga.
No, it's not. It
But
wasn't too
Which
soon
one
for
is
Arteta.
another one?
You win Bundesliga, right?
It wasn't too soon for
But just
Arteta.
cement yourself, Champions League, go
Yeah.
again. Do you know what I mean? Try and maybe
But
do
when
it.
a job like that comes up, who are you to say no to that? You
But
can't say
following
no to
top
it.
managers is always difficult. We've seen it with Ferguson, Klopp, Wenger. It's tough. So
If you reject it, you might never get that opportunity to
Plus,
come out
he
again.
will. I
He's
think
got
he will.
credit in the bank.
I
innit?
think he will.
He's got
I
credit
think
in
it.
the bank.
I also think it depends.
he's
on
young.
Like,
He's young.
I don't think there's enough been spoken about how endeared he is at Bayern. Like
Yeah.
I went to his last game when him and Lam retired.
Yeah.
Like to just experience
That's what
what
I'm
it was
saying.
like.
But because
Bro.
he's at Leverkusen, I think that clouds that.
I
a
don't
little
know.
bit.
I've seen it.
bro,
You've
but
seen
the
it.
Bundesliga
is
There-
feeding into
yeah,
Bayern.
there-
Yeah.
there is a
Managers
reason
play.
why he's their number one target.
Definitely.
And when it comes to Bayern Munich getting things that they want in that country,
Definitely.
whether it's a player doing well, a manager,
Manager.
doing well,
Yep.
you know, also you got to take into consideration. We don't do this a lot as fans, but his kids could be settled
Yep.
in his school, his family. Like, actually, I could just move down the road to.
Kids were
to
born in
think-
Liverpool.
Well, do they want to go back? That's what I'm saying. So that's my point. It all
Yeah.
depends on who pulls on the heartstrings enough.
Yeah.
There
Do you know
is
what I'm
And
saying?
also,
I
let's
think
be
his
honest.
mind's made up.
That he's definitely
I
decided
think
he
it's
wants to
made
come
up.
to
Also,
Liverpool.
if you're
I think
building
it
your
is.
if you're
And I
building
think
your,
that would make sense.
if you're building your managerial CV, let's be honest, it's easier to go to Bayern, win some
Stack
league,
up
win
some
some,
more.
stack up some
Yeah,
trophies,
yeah.
Champions League, cement yourself, and then look to
Defo.
come to Premier League or La Liga.
However, though,
Before-
what he would get at Liverpool though is ultimate patience and
Yeah.
the backing. Like
Yeah,
Bayern,
so you
get
credit
Bayern
in
are
that.
like, listen, if it goes south early doors, see you later. Your stock's gone. He finds himself with no job
Look at
after
Hansi
that.
Flick.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Look at Nagelsmann. You know what I mean? Same thing. They'll just get rid of you.
Yeah.
But Liverpool, They will absolutely get behind. If they have a rocky season, it wasn't what they want. They finished outside the top four because they would literally this their guy.
Yeah.
But then,
massive problem.
But then I think that,
Financially, huge problem.
But you know what I mean? Though you lot will get behind him and proper
I
give
think
him
from a
patience.
Bayern
agree,
perspective,
man.
though, the players they've got, obviously, Kane included, they could be playing such good football, and it is so turgid that like having someone like Alonso go there, I could not foresee them not. I could not foresee them not winning loads of things. So, not just the Bundesliga.
This is an extra point I just thought of. Wait a year, because Real Madrid could be in your ear. Mbappe, Vinny, Carlos last season. Then he goes, you want to come? You played here
Just
before
do Leverkusen again for a year.
One more year.
And when it comes to Real Madrid,
One more
they
year?
snap up.
Bellingham. You're going to use Camavinga, Tchouameni,
Trent will be there by then.
Trent will be there by then.
You hope.
Mbappe, Rodrigo.
You know what? I think he goes to Liverpool. If you remember when the news first broke about Klopp,
You were shameless yesterday on Twitter. Sorry, Lo.
Yeah, so when the news first broke about Klopp, it was interesting that Leverkusen released a statement shortly after saying that if Alonso chooses to go to Liverpool, they will not stand in his way. To me, that said a lot. I think he's on his way to Liverpool.
They released an official club statement with the corner flag.
But that's because the public know that in his contract the clause is if you'd like to leave, it's Bayern, Madrid or Liverpool that you're allowed to go to.
So the club statement actually said we won't stand in his way.
They said
wants
that. They said that.
Yeah, he's gone Liverpool.
Fonzo Davis be at Real Madrid.
Plus, he's revered at Liverpool, and like Flex was saying, he agreed.
He's revered everywhere. He's one of those.
Yeah.
He goes back to Sociedad. He's
when you look
revered
at
at
his career, bro,
Sociedad.
like it's a joke.
It's a joke.
What he's won.
The
He's won
IQ, the
everything.
pedigree.
It's a joke what he's won, bro.
Right, let's jump into the super chats and then we'll wrap it off. D. Sinclair says Spurs were actually the first team in 1963. Adam says Arteta, not Arteta. Also, Spurs are poo. NBA High says Osimhen scores 30 in all comps for Chelsea. Would he?
I don't think so.
Not the way you.
Never scored 30 in his
he's never
career,
done
has
it.
he?
I have no reason to think that would be the case.
SN90 says AGT, Tuchel leaving and BM after Alonso. Are you worried? We've just answered that one for you there. Adam says it's funny how Arsenal get criticised for celebrating victories, but rival fans celebrate like their own team won the quadruple whenever Arsenal lose. Joe says Laurie crying in his car about Man City. That's a bit of a random one.
It's because he's a lorry.
Crying in his car.
Correctly.
That meme's so funny.
Oh, it was correctly done.
D says, Abby, watch your beloved loyal son lift the league, his only trophy, but you'll never see Spurs win it again for 25 years or Arsenal win the UCL ever. Abby says, Jishin, would you take Tottenham winning the league if it meant Arsenal won the Champions League?
Yeah.
Really?
Fair enough.
Wow.
Yeah, I'd take
I'm
it.
surprised you said that.
Man,
I
like
need
Big
to,
Dog.
Laurie, I need to win a trophy. I'll take it.
Big Dog says,
If she won the Premier League, she'd be so excited. She wouldn't even notice.
I wouldn't
Arsenal
even
won
care
the
what you
Champions
did.
League.
Yeah.
Like, you know
I'd
what
be
I
just
mean?
so happy.
the parades would be like,
Yeah.
I'd just be.
they'd be like on
Bro,
the same route.
Can you imagine?
I'd love
those
it.
parades be parades or riots.
Right.
London Riots
I'll be-
version 2, mate.
Up in North.
Yeah, up in North.
I'll be okay. It's not going to happen in my lifetime. It might happen in yours.
Same, it won't happen in my
It might happen in
lifetime.
yours, but hopefully not in mine.
It won't happen in mine either.
So I'll be all right. I'll be long gone by then.
On both fronts. On both fronts.
We're not there.
I'll be out of
Laurie
here.
chilling another pastime, mate.
Big Dog says,
Carry
what
on.
happened to giving managers time? Ten Hag will drive United forward after a 3-year period, but Arteta needs time to grow in the Europa and back Poch, please. Richard says, Matisse, quit with the injuries gibberish. Chelsea has one of the largest squads in the league and spent $1 billion to finish mid-table. You must win.
Billy.
Yadvendra says, Flex, you might as well buy a Chelsea and a City jersey because tweaking for your rivals is all you do.
Twerking.
No, it actually says
But you're
tweaking.
definitely twerking.
Tweaking is another version of
Yeah.
that word. Because you know your own club is dusted and useless. Go talk to Copenhagen and them, man.
Oh, okay.
Any
We're back. We got Ineos, mate. Don't worry.
27%.
Ready
and
to
all
knock
that.
them off the
So
park.
you support that takeover, right? You're a Brown, aren't you?
I do now. I had to apologise, mate.
David Brosford and all that.
You had to
It is.
apologise.
Yeah. Like
Wow.
I said, like I think I got Sir Jim wrong. I did in the Qatar thing. It was very much like this guy ain't got no peas. Like, what's he gonna do?
Got no peas.
That's what I felt.
He
No, because the
literally
Qatar
owned-
thing was like wipe it all out, clear the
He
debt, build a
literally
new
owns
stadium.
Mercedes. And
100%. No, but we do that as fans. Like, yeah, but he hasn't got as much money as these guys.
Yeah, well, no one has as much
Do you
money
know
as
what
the
I'm
state.
That's what I'm saying. But I've got that's my point. I got wrapped up in that thing.
Oh,
at the
Flex
time.
apologising.
Yeah.
I thought I'd see the day. Lil Yo-Yo says Tottenham and trophies equals brother. What's that?
Never heard that before.
Yadvendra says Matisse is so shameless. Imagine spending $1 billion and then trying to convince everyone you are the underdog.
See,
10th I'm not finished. 10th FC fans really the most shameless in the league.
you have to understand my tactics.
You sausage.
I'm on a show.
That was me.
I'm 10th. I have to say something. I
Okay.
I must.
Ronnie Dodge says United fan. I can't have them London rejects win. Says Ronnie Dodge.
Don't get this from United fans. Me and KJ have argued about this, and then he's since changed his mind. I just don't understand why, just on a personal reason, because you know a few Arsenal fans will be a bit annoying. You want City, who are in the same city as us, dominating.
Yeah.
Obviously, any Man United fan that wants Liverpool to win anything, probably not even a Man United fan. Like, I just don't get it. Like,
But it's social media.
It's just
social media clubs.
Never in a million years would Arsenal go, it doesn't matter if Spurs win this Champions League because they're a small club, they've hardly won anything. Every Arsenal fan's like, no, they can't win it.
I heard that in there. Small club.
Because you are.
Okay.
Bowder
I'm
says
not even talking shit.
All right. Spurs are a big club. Let me just lie
Thank
so
you.
you feel good.
Okay, thank
Spurs are
you.
a big club.
Super League, mate. Bowder
They did get the invite.
says sacking
Got the
Arteta
invite.
conversations are just dumb. We don't have the best team, and we
No.
don't have 115 charges against us. City, our favourites. Clara Bitsy, she's back. We'll travel for the final, but we'll watch the highlights of the watch along. If we win the cup with Poch, and Abby's tears would be as good as a cup double.
I'm gonna ring
You
Jado
two,
if we win.
stop the flirting, get in a room, right? Turn the cameras on and talk about football. Yeah?
Right, that's what
I wonder where you're going with
No,
that.
that's what I'm saying, because Clara and Abby, it's
Oh,
like there's
right.
always
I was saying
tension
Clara and
between
Abby.
them.
Oh, right.
Meet at Wembley Way, I'll see you down there.
That didn't sound good either.
Bring your dinner.
That didn't sound good.
SN says, who's your favourite to go with Chef and Burnley?
Both.
Everton. It's Everton.
Both of them.
I hope Luton stay up for
Oh,
obvious
with
reasons.
them.
I used to live there.
So
I've got a
with.
lot of friends in Luton. And I would say Luton, and I'm sure Flex is familiar with Luton. The way Luton play kind of epitomises the way the town is. It's kind of hard-working, sort of gritty sort of place. And
It's actually true.
yeah. So a lot of people have kind of aligned with Luton, even non-Luton fans want them to stay
I
up 'cause
actually,
of the way they
Yeah,
I'd
for
like
sure.
them to stay.
Everyone apart from Watford
Yeah.
fans.
Basically.
Yeah.
But it would mean that,
Yeah, that's
do you know what? If we beat Southampton in the Cup next Wednesday, it means our derby with Everton gets rescheduled for May, potentially the last game of the season. So can you imagine
Wow.
this scenario? Liverpool go to Goodison, win the league, and then relegate? Nah.
You'd love that one.
I'd have to just...
But you know,
I don't know.
what's
I'd-
interesting?
shed tears.
That's the
Right.
last thing Klopp done on his CV.
Oh,
Mad.
God! Hey!
Can't be happy with that.
He's
One
gonna
can
wet
dream.
himself.
One can dream.
He's gonna wet himself.
He's gonna wet
He's still got a
himself.
host.
And then
I can do more than that.
Every orifice.
What do you can't believe?
There'll be-
But you know, you know
that'd
what's
be awful.
interesting? With the
No,
title
imagine
race
Te- imagine
being so
Tegan.
tight as well,
Imagine
I
Tegan.
think that
Pray for her.
both ends of the Premier League could be decided on the last day. I really do think it's
But
going to be
can I add
carnage.
as well though to this convo from a business perspective? I got no hate towards this club, no problem. But Crystal Palace,
Yes.
Elise, Eze, and probably a couple of others, Anderson, Gurhey, Mitchell, we'll take them all. Like if they go down, it's gonna be a
Feast
It's gonna be
I've
a
got-
yard sale. It's gonna
I've
be
got a feeling
fire
that
sale.
Palace-
fire sale.
Everything must go.
Everything must go.
Right, we're going to leave it there. That's been a
We've had a
good
long
show.
show.
I'm
Come
not
on.
gonna lie
No,
to
I've
you.
enjoyed
It's been
that.
a good
I've
show.
enjoyed that.
Just before we do, remember that this video is, of course, brought to you by Match Bingo. You can see the QR code on the screen now. Download it. It's super easy to play along. If you don't know what it's about, already we've told you it's around where every goal, save, throw-in, corner or sub can win you cash prizes. Very fun game. And we've been playing it here at DR Sports, as have you. You know, we've been seeing viewers of the show win cash prizes. So this week, it could well be you. This is playing bingo, but for football, as we know, Laurie. And just like bingo, you get a card for events that may happen in a football game. For example, hitting the crossbar, a right-footed goal, X amount of minutes of injury time, etc. You can go big and buy up to 5 cards per game. The cards cost you £2 in total. The best bit is you can try it out this week. And this month, actually, we're giving you 10 free cards. But this week, you can play the free West Ham card against Brentford. Massive game on Monday night, that is, actually. But you can buy more chances to win even more cash prizes. And just know, every card that you purchase will be donated. Half of that fee will be donated to charity. £575 to be won on the Super game this week too, which is, as you know, Brentford West Ham find the game that you'd like to watch, find the cards, play along, and as events happen in the game, your bingo card gets ticked off and stamped automatically, right? Get 1 horizontal line, 2 horizontal lines, or the full house to win the full amount of money. Watch the game live, however you'd like, but then play along on your device, because this updates you. Like all the other football apps, this tells you exactly what's happening. And it's very quick. So I was at the game last week, looked at the pitch, we'd scored, within 10 seconds the goal notification came up. So I'm liking Match Bingo a lot. Premier League and Championship games on the app. As you know, you have to be over 18 and you have to play responsibly. Please check out begambleaware.org if you'd like more information on that. But as I said, QR code is on the screen, link in the description. You can't go wrong. We've got one more super chat from D. Ricky, who says, everyone's going after Abbi, so I'm going to defend her. You will now see me in every stream defending her.
Thank you.
All right.
D. Ricky.
Another one of your legion of followers.
Yes. Right.
Welcome to the
It's been a great show. I'm not going to lie to you. We've spoken about a lot. Big up to Matisse. Big up to Abbi. Big up to Flex. Big up to my guy Laurie as well.
Hopefully, the next time we see you, you will have won the cup.
Hopefully, I'll be hungover in a good way.
Fingers crossed.
Hopefully.
Oh, you're gonna. And you know what? To be fair to you, just before you finish off, if you do beat them, you are going to get to come in here and saying, "Oh, you lot wanted us to lose."
Bro.
We have to be
I'm
prepared for that.
manifesting.
And if you are going to the game at Wembley, and if you're a Liverpool fan, get down to Box Park Wembley. We're going to have 6,000 fans there singing songs. We've got legends coming up on stage. I'm going to be interviewing them. I'm hosting.
Well
it.
done, man. That's
It's
good.
gonna
That's
be-
good for
no,
you. I
genuinely,
hate Liverpool,
yeah.
but that's
Thank you,
good for
man. I appreciate it. Appreciate it.
You're a good
We
host.
better
That's
win
gonna
now.
be-
I did it 2 years ago for the FA Cup against you again. Hold that. And it was the best day of my career. So hopefully, touch wood, that
well
happens
done,
again.
well
On the way out, smash that like button. We've only just got 1,000 likes. We need more than that.
It's been a good show.
And
It's
of
been a long
course,
show.
We've got another super
Long
chat,
day.
have we? I'm
Done it? You done it?
I don't see any
Okay.
more. I don't see any more. Alex, you sausage. That's not a super chat.
That's just a statement of fact.
That's just a fact, isn't it? I actually can't see it. I
We haven't
can't
got
see
any
it.
I thought there was one more. Okay.
But anyway, guys, we'll be back on Monday with all the fallout of the weekend's games. And don't
Because you want them to
forget,
win, just always want someone else.
and don't forget, we've got the watch along to the big one on Sunday. Jazz hands. All right, much love. We'll see you soon. Take care. All the best.